Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome up onto the stage Mr. Matthew Hatchard. How are you doing?
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Wonderful film.
Thank you very much.
It's an orgy of violence and blood and guts and gore. Tell me, how did this project start?
So we shot this quite a long time ago. We shot it as a second-year uni film. It was the first film that I had a chance to make at college. We had to pitch ideas. We had a class of like 30 people, pitch ideas, and 4 of them got made. So mine was lucky enough to get picked, and we got assigned like a crew and stuff like that. And yeah, as it was kind of my first ever film, from years and years of watching slapstick comedy horror films, it's just self-indulgent really. I said I want this in there. I want an old lady going upstairs in a wheelchair. I want someone get thrown through a pyramid of beans. I want one of those massive ice creams in it. You know, just everything I could possibly think of. I said that I want it in my film, and ecstatic that I got to make it really.
Wonderful. It's brilliant. So how did you actually get to use the Colwell Centre? Was that in Weymouth?
In Weymouth, yeah.
How did you manage that?
When I first moved down there to go to uni, this place is just brilliant. I absolutely loved it as soon as I walked into it. It's just completely forgotten. It's in a little corner somewhere. Well, I suppose it quite suits Weymouth, to be honest. It's just so sleepy. But I was walking around there with one of my friends, and I said, I've got to make a zombie film in here one day. I have to do it. And then, like, say the next year, I basically just asked. The first there was two managers of it. The first guy I asked was just like not at all into it, wasn't interested at all, and I was kind of like almost begging, kind of, you know, what can I do to change my mind? He said, well, I'm not having anything to do with it. Ask the other guy. And somehow the other guy kind of, with a bit of pestering, he kind of, I think I persuaded him eventually. So we shot for 5 days, and we were allowed it from as soon as the shop shut until 11 o'clock.
Wonderful.
So and managed to squeeze everything in.
Brilliant. So how did the local population react to seeing these hordes of zombies in their town? And any stories there? Anyone ever so slightly more worried than they should be?
Well, there's one scene when we were actually, the zombies were piling in through the doors, and there was like some local chavs thought it was just a free-for-all and just joined in and ran through. And we had to literally chase them around the shopping centre to get them. You know, people in zombie makeup actually chasing people around. One of the other things in the shot, the first kind of zombie shot of the group where they're walking down the road. I mean, we had about 30 people, luckily enough, to turn up to be zombies. But just as we were shooting that shot, literally they'd started walking. There was a pub on the corner that had a music night or something, and loads of people just piled out of there coincidentally at the same time, and we were like, go, pretend to be zombies, go. And that's why there's so many in that shot.
Oh, fantastic.
So yeah, people seem to be kind of up for it. The obviously the storekeeper at the beginning is a storekeeper. Just turned up one day, shoved a camera in his face. Could you say something like this? And he did. The cafe lady was just working there. So, you know,
wonderful.
Got them on board.
Brilliant. So, was it difficult to find a lot of the extras to actually play the zombies, or were they quite excited by the prospect of it? How was it for you?
Luckily, we had quite a good group of people at uni, and very much were into helping each other with our projects, because it was very, very hard, and we still find it hard to cast films. You know, to have people to give up your time, because we can't pay them. So we were quite good at all helping each other. So the majority of people were on our course or the year below and stuff like that. But yeah, we put the word out across quite a lot of places, and didn't get much response. Personally, if there was a zombie film being made in my town, I'd be there like a shot.
Yeah, like a shot, definitely.
So, what can you do?
Okay, so how did you actually get into film? I mean, obviously you studied there, but why? Why film? What is it about film that is so important for you?
Originally, I'm trained in audio. I was working audio editing and running a recording studio, and kind of, I love film, just enjoy it, and started getting bored of audio, wanted to be a bit more creative, and quit my job and went to uni 3 years.
Brilliant.
great decision, and I absolutely loved it, and because I got to make silly stuff like that.
Fantastic. And what are you up to now? What are the projects that you're actually working on? How have things progressed?
Well, I'm freelance cameraman, editor, sound recordist, basically anything I can get. Struggling to run my own company with my own clients and stuff like that, in the corporate events, business video type area.
Okay, and how is business at the moment? Are people using video more and more nowadays? Because obviously you look online, there are videos on websites, little adverts and things. Is this an industry or an area that is actually growing? What have you seen?
Well, I hope so, because that's what I'm doing. But yes, people are using video. I think they'll use video more and more. Someone told me the other day that YouTube is the second biggest search engine after Google.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense. Plus broadband's quick now, so you don't have to worry about buffering or anything. Things play straight away.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and you've done this now. You've made this film. You've actually worked on many different film shoots, lots of other short films. There are going to be a lot of people here in the audience who are perhaps trying to pursue a career in film. What advice would you give them?
It takes a ridiculous amount of hard work. It's probably more luck. In a way, if you can obviously there's a certain amount of competency, but it's a luck being in the right place at the right time, knowing the right person. If your uncle or has got a mate who's on a shoot or something, that's how you get in, basically. So it's all about contacts. Really, and who you know.
Literally trying anything, trying lots of different roles, whether it's camera operations, camera recording, this sort of thing.
Whatever you can get.
Brilliant, Matthew.
My advice.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it, and I know that the audience did too. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Hatchard. Thank you.